On November 13, 2024, Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. was the stage for a groundbreaking UFO congressional hearing that captured global attention. Former Defense Department officials alleged that government employees had suffered injuries from UFO encounters, and that the U.S. government had been running a covert UFO retrieval program. However, these shocking claims lacked any direct evidence. Post the hearing, an ex-U.S. military personnel named Jake Barber came forward stating that he was part of that secret UAP crash retrieval program run by the U.S. military. And there is even video evidence of an egg-shaped UFO that Barber helped transport to a secure facility somewhere in the desert. But as this mystery unfolds, multiple UFOs continue to be seen all over the world in different shapes and sizes. Does this mean that the aliens don't want to hide anymore and want to come face to face with humanity? How else would you explain an exponential rise in the number of UFO sightings in the last couple of years? Is 2025 finally going to be the year in which aliens make first contact with mankind? Only time will tell. Until then, let's take a look at 5 perplexing UFO sightings that definitely seem otherworldly. Welcome to Lab 360, it's time to explore. Number 1, Pyramid-shaped UFO seen in Colombia. Colombia is no stranger when it comes to UFOs and alien activity. And these unusual sightings mostly happen at high altitudes, as in the case of the 3 instances when spherical UFOs were caught on camera, effortlessly flying by commercial airplanes. This particular sighting took place on January 25, 2025 over Antioquia, from the cockpit of a commercial plane that was cruising at an altitude of about 22,000 feet. The pilot was looking outside when suddenly, he spotted this black pyramid-shaped craft quickly approaching them, which left him dumbstruck. He immediately pulled out his phone and started recording this eerie UFO. This UFO was definitely not a balloon, as the object held its position effortlessly, while moving forward in a straight line, clearly implying that it was being propelled by some external force. This was also not a drone, as commercial drones don't fly at such high altitudes. First spheres, then a spinning top, and now a pyramid-shaped UFO. Why are so many weird-looking UFOs flying over Colombia? Is there a secret alien base in Antioquia that we don't know about? Number 2, UFO seen darting off into space. This sighting in particular is very unusual, as it shows how highly advanced alien tech actually is. And we understand this by merely seeing the speeds at which these crafts dart off. In the past, we have seen UFOs zoom away at thousands of miles per hour, like the white orb that was seen over Ibiza, Spain, where the orb zipped out of the field of vision in just 1 second, something totally impossible for any man-made craft right now. The fastest rocket ever built till date is SpaceX's Starship, which moves at an astounding speed of 15,000 miles per hour. And even this man-made marvel can't perform what the Ibiza white orb did in a mere second. But moving back to the current sighting, it took place in April 2024 over Arizona. A couple of friends were on a fishing trip on a moonlit night, when they noticed something odd flying next to the moon and equally bright. They definitely knew that it was not a star, as it moved slowly. What's shocking is that the UFO appears to be half the size of the moon. As time goes by, the UFO slowly moves away from the moon. Bear in mind that what looks like very slow movement on Earth, due to the vast distance between the Earth and the moon, might actually be thousands of miles. As the UFO moves away from the moon, its light keeps getting dimmer, meaning that it has moved further into space. And after merely a few seconds, its light totally disappears, implying that it has moved deep into space and covered more than the distance between the Earth and the moon, approximately 240,000 miles. How advanced are these extraterrestrials that they can cover the distance between the Earth and the Moon in a matter of seconds? Also, why was this UFO flying so close to the Moon? Number 3. UFO seen changing shape and color. The exact location of this next sighting cannot be determined, but it was recorded somewhere in North America. The eyewitness and her son noticed this weird semicircular structure, emitting pulsating light stationed high up in the sky. Immediately she knew that it was not a star and started recording it. The object seemed to be giving off bright blue light initially. And then suddenly the object reduced in size, within a fraction of a second. And as the eyewitness was just processing this, the UFO suddenly increased to almost triple its size. All through the recording, the camera was never zoomed in. The UFO continued to decrease and then suddenly increase its size at will, like it was a living organism. Then suddenly out of nowhere, it formed a perfect circle with 3 different colors. The circle then increased its size just like before, only difference being that this time it was much larger. And the extremely weird part of this UFO sighting is that, the eyewitness and her son were actually communicating with the UFO. When the son asked the UFO if it could change colors, it suddenly turned to a bright orange.
Could you change colors? Oh my God! It did! Yeah! Yo, you're sweet!
Post that it once again took up a circular form giving off bright blue light. But why, and most importantly how, was this UFO communicating with the eyewitness here on Earth? And does that mean that the UFO was an advanced living organism? Number 4. Glowing UFOs performing synchronized maneuvers. These UFOs were seen in England, where there have been multiple sightings, like the triangular UFO seen from a doorbell camera in 2022. This particular sighting also took place in the same year, in Hertfordshire County in East England. Initially you will think that it's a 1940s-style airplane that performs aerial maneuvers at airshows while leaving a trail of colorful smoke. But after a few seconds you will realize that the object is glowing brightly, and is definitely not a vintage airplane. And on zooming in, you can clearly see that there are 2 bright orbs moving around each other in a perfectly synchronized fashion. And not only are the orbs bright, but even the trail of smoke that they were leaving behind was equally bright. Also, these UFOs were not afraid about being seen by humans, as you can see them gliding aimlessly in the sky from one end to another in broad daylight. Almost like they were doing this on purpose, to show themselves to the humans below. Was this some kind of message that they were trying to send to humanity? Number 5. Multiple stationary lights seen in the sky. In the last couple of months, many such UFOs have been seen all around the world. And not just anywhere, similar bright orbs were seen right above Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., just a few days after the UFO congressional hearing of 2024. Similar bright stationary orbs were also seen by a group of friends, while driving somewhere in North America. The group then stopped the car to get a better view of these UFOs. These orbs were giving off a bright orange color, similar to the one seen above Capitol Hill in November. These orbs also firmly held their position all through the recording, like stars in a constellation. What might be the purpose of so many orbs being stationed right above important government buildings and well-populated areas? Are the aliens planning something sinister that we should be prepared for? Or maybe they are just keeping a watchful eye over us. Whatever be the case, it definitely feels like aliens are very close to introducing themselves to mankind. But, if you do ever come in contact with an alien yourself, what would you say to them? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And be sure to subscribe to the channel for the latest revelations in space exploration. Hit the bell icon to stay updated, and let's continue to explore together.